Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Today let's take a look at 10 quick and easy shortcuts that you can use on your iPhone. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to a great group of more than 800 supporters. Go to MACMOST.com/Patreon. There you could read more about the Patreon campaign, join us, and get exclusive content and course discounts. So usually when I'm talking about building shortcuts in the Shortcuts app on your iPhone, I'm talking about building a complex set of actions that could do something interesting and useful. But you can also make shortcuts that are just one or maybe two actions. Really quick, simple, and easy to build, but they're pretty useful, especially if you add them to your home screen so you can access them with a quick touch or by just asking Siri to run them. So let's start off by going into the Shortcuts app. If you don't have it, you can get it in the App Store. It's from Apple and allows you to create these little custom actions on your iPhone that do a variety of things. Let's add a new one, and all we're going to do is add one action for this. So we're going to search for phone, and then I'm going to select the phone app and then select the only action there, which is call. Now you can select the contact to call. So let me choose one here, and that's it. This action will now simply make that phone call. Now to make this useful, we want to add it to the home screen. So I'm going to click here and let's give it a name. And then I'm going to tap Add to Home Screen. Now I can edit the label that appears on the home screen, and then I could tap Add. Note that I could have also tapped here on the detail screen and set a custom color and glyph instead of the default one. So now I'll tap Done and I'll go home. Now I'll find it here like it's an app on my home screen, and when I tap it, it will make the phone call. I could also just ask Siri to call Mark and it would activate the shortcut. And later on I'm going to show you another way to bring this to the home screen without having it be a regular app icon. So next let's create one that will play a song. Say there's a particular song that's your favorite and you want to play it without having to go into the music app, search for it, and all of that. So we can add a shortcut, and the action we're going to add here is in the music app. And it's just play music. So after we've searched for it we can set it up there. Now we could tap music and choose from our library a particular song to play. And let's name it and add it to the home screen. So now if we want to hear that song, we just tap that and it starts playing. Now one alternative here is you can select, instead of a song, a playlist. So you can select a playlist like this one, add it, and now it'll play that playlist instead. Then you want to choose Show More here, and you can have Shuffle On or Shuffle All the Songs, and you can have it set to repeat, say, all of the songs, and then those will be the settings. And now when you want to do your workout, all you need to do is tap that icon on the home screen or ask Siri and it will start this playlist. Now if you want to take a photo with your phone, it's usually several steps. You have to launch the camera app and then switch modes possibly and then take the photo. But you could set up a shortcut to do everything you need with just one tap. So we'll add the action here. We'll search for camera. And then we could see here one of the actions is take photo, or we can go into the camera app here and see all the actions. So we'll do take photo and we can set it to take one photo with the back camera. We'll go to Show More and we'll turn off Show Camera Preview. This is important because otherwise it's just going to open the camera app and then you have to do another step to take a photo. But now with it set like this, we can quickly take a photo by just tapping that icon on the home screen. But we're not done quite yet because this will just take the photo. We need now to save it in the Photos app. So we'll add another one here. We'll search for Photos and there's one here to Save to Photo Album. And we could just use Recents as a way to just get it into the Photos library without having to choose a particular album. So now this is a two-step shortcut. Take the photo and save it, and without Show Camera Preview selected, it'll just do it in one step. Now you may have noticed another one there that was really useful. Let's get rid of that and instead do Take a Video. So now we can set it to take video with the back camera, set the quality, and set Start Recording to immediately so no second tap is needed. And now when added to your home screen, one tap will start recording video from the back camera and of course with audio. On the other hand, if you wanted to record with just audio, Then add an action from voice memos. You could set it to record a new voice memo and don't have it show and run. So it'll just basically automatically start recording a voice memo when you activate it. Now before I showed you how to make a quick phone call, but you could also send a quick text message. Of course you have to specify what the message is. But let's say we go and we use messages, send message, and then we set up a message here like, and then we set it to a recipient like that. And now doing this will automatically send that message to that person. And you can turn off show and run so it just does it. So one tap or Siri voice activation will send this message. Really handy if you're stuck in traffic. You could also do the same thing for email. So just search for mail and then you could send email, set the message, set the recipient, and you could add more than one if you need to, and then a subject. Then under show more you can turn off show compose sheet so it won't actually prompt you for that and it will just send it. Now speaking of running late, you can set up a shortcut using maps to compute your travel time from wherever you are to a specific location. So the shortcuts for the Maps app includes get travel time. So we can get driving, or select one of these, time from your current location to, and then select another location. Like for instance you can just use whatever set as your home address or type in a specific address. Now here's a tricky thing. This can't be a one action shortcut. You need a way to display the result. So use plus, add another action, and we'll do result as the thing we're searching for. And there's show result. Now when we include that it will actually put up something at the top of the screen. So let's save this one. And now on the home screen if we use this it will flash up the result at the top of the screen. Here's a shortcut that'll just show you today's events from your calendar. So add an action here. We'll do a search for calendar. Select it and there's one called Get Upcoming Events. We can have it show one event or more, so up to 3 events. Choose which calendar or all of them. And then under Show More you can choose the day, so you can have it be any day. In other words, the 3 next events no matter when they are, or you can say just from today. And then for this one you're also going to have to add the show result after that. So there's some place to actually see what comes up from this. Another thing you may want to do is occasionally check a website. Now you could go to Safari and then go to your bookmark for that site. But you can actually do it as a shortcut and it will show you the web page but not in Safari, kind of as a temporary display screen. So search here for Safari, go in here and then choose Show Web Page and then enter a URL, and under Show More we can decide whether or not it's in Reader View or not. And then let's name this one and then add it to the home screen. And now when I use this shortcut it quickly brings up this little web browser here instead of taking me all the way into Safari. And when I click Done it dismisses it. So here's a bonus one. I love to use the magnifier on my iPhone, especially to read small print. But I have the accessibility shortcut set up to bring up a menu of different things, so it takes a couple of steps to get to the magnifier. Instead I can have that magnifier kind of like an app on my iPhone just by adding a shortcut. So let's add an action here, and if I look under Settings you'll see that there's one for Open Magnifier. So I'll just add that. Now I'll save this and just call it Magnifier and add it to my home screen. And now I can launch the magnifier really easily by just tapping this or asking Siri. Now I promised I would show you a better way than having all these little icons here to bring these shortcuts to your home screen. And that's to add a widget. So first I'm going to go into the Shortcuts app and I'm going to go back one step here so I can see all of my folders. And I'm going to add a new folder and I'm going to call this something like Home Widget and add. Now I can go to All Shortcuts here and do Select and select all of those shortcuts that I just created. And then move them to Home Widget. So they're in this special folder now. I'll see it appear here, grouped together. Now on my home screen I'll tap and hold in a blank area, use the plus button to add a widget. I'll go all the way to the bottom here where there's a Shortcuts widget. I'll go to the last one, which is a group of 8, and I'll add this widget here. Now I'll tap on it and change it so that the folder it gets its widgets from is that Home Widget folder. So now I'll see those widgets here. So instead of having individual little icons, I've got this group here where I have all of these widgets, and I can tap one to activate it. So I hope you found this useful. There are a lot of other simple widgets you can create. It's just a matter of looking through all of the different actions available in the Shortcuts app and seeing what might be useful to you. I publish new tutorials every weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Then hit the little bell icon to get notifications for each new tutorial.